Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thanks to our good friends at Joseph Syndicate. I'm here today with a friend of mine that I have been able to watch now for several years to not only be able to do what she loves when it comes to writing, but also to be able to see the response from her fans. Justina Wheelock is back with us to talk to us not only about her love of words, but what it's been like for her to share that with all of you. Also, we'll let you all know about her current project and how you all can stay connected with her. Justina, glad to be back in your presence again.
It's good to see you
in your city. It's good to be in your city this time. So this is exciting. So Justina, I mean, we're wrapping up 2017. You've been very busy this year, not only of course with your writing, but also building your online community. What has it been like for you to kind of look at all you've been able to do, to look at the world that Justina Wheelock has built when it comes to books?
I live in a world of words. Literally, someone asked me recently, what do I like to do? And I said, I like to write. And the response was, what else do you like to do? Well, I like to go places and write. So basically, I just enjoy the world of words.
Yeah. And you've known about this world of words for yourself for some time. I want to talk about the courage of sharing it, though, because there are a lot of people watching this, Justina, as you know, that you probably meet, who have a love of X, Y, or Z, but they're not doing X, Y, or Z. When did you realize that writing was not only something that you were good at, but something that you wanted to do?
It started back during the election of President Obama, and I used to listen to Michael Baston a lot, and he really challenged me to go after my dream. And I was working at a job that I really didn't enjoy, and I decided to pursue my passion, which was writing, and it's been going ever since then.
And you are, what I love about your work is that you not only take us into the world of fiction, but you take us into people's lives that we may look at and say, those people, we can see that on television. You know, I mean, you kind of create this world through words that people are able to not only live through, but also want to be. What has that been like for you to create these characters that so many people then fall in love with?
At first it was disconcerting because some of my readers would come and talk to me because I would sell my books at the office, and where are these people? You know, are they real? And I'm like, no, you're lying. You know, they actually would tell me I was lying, but it's just, I'm a visual person by nature, and whenever I'm writing, I actually go to sleep and I know exactly what I'm going to write when I wake up. And I know that sounds weird, but before anybody sees it, I see it first. So hopefully I'm able to transfer that imagery into my writing. As a matter of fact, I have taken at least 3 of my works and transferred them into film format. I studied screenwriting a few years back, and I've gained the skill set in order to move books from book to film in that format. And that's been a journey because it's a different skill set to bring to the table, but still you have to be able to see it in your head in order to let somebody else see it.
Right. And I love the fact that you mentioned selling books at your office when you were working, because now you have literally the world at your fingertips thanks to the internet. I'm a part of your Facebook group that you have set up. We'll let our viewers know how they can find that. I mean, talk to us about hearing from people who don't know you. What has that part of it been like for you?
That's wonderful, because when I first posted that my newest release was out, the first response was from someone who's been with me who lives in New York. And that's exciting. I've sold books to people overseas as well, so that's different. But it still feels good to sell something home. But I realized with the internet, the world can see my work.
Right. One of my favorite hashtags that I use online a lot is hashtag faith over fear. And I think it's something that I live by every day, because literally, I mean, I heard Oprah Winfrey say one time, you have to do it afraid. You know, you have the fear, you have to do it afraid. How have you not allowed fear to stop you in your pursuit of your golden dream?
Well, it comes back to Susan Jeffers, I think. She said, feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm fortunate in that I'm in the process of taking my older works and putting them through an editing process. And if I would have known what I know now, I never would have published that first book. But it's exciting in that I'm going back and I'm reading these stories and I'm reliving the process of writing those stories. And it feels good that I still can relate to these characters, and I can see the character arc and all the things I learned in screenwriting that are there in those works. So I have that foundation. The hope now is to take where I am now and go to that next level.
Yeah.
I'm glad I messed up. I mean, I am so glad, because if I didn't mess up, I wouldn't have this last project, which is my fifth full novel done right now.
Yeah.
If I hadn't done the first one, I never would have done the fifth one.
I love that. I love that. I'm glad you guys hear that she's glad she messed up. I can relate to that. And I think that's the thing, because unless you do something and the result isn't what you want, and I've kind of stopped looking at things as a failure, but if you don't see the lesson in it, I mean, there's nowhere for you to go.
Yeah.
And so, do you think that also is what keeps you pushing?
It keeps me pushing because I've always just allowed a staff of people to cover my back, and now I know that I need to cover my back, and hopefully I will surround myself with a staff that will assist me in that process. But if it's gonna be, it's up to me. You know, it's up to me to assist with the attitude, to make sure that the cover is where it needs to be. Yeah. It's up to me to manage the business of being an author. And I think that's where a lot of us fail as creatives, that we just want to write, we just want to play, we just want to sing, we just want to do the music. But there's a business side to creativity that a lot of us miss. And that's my feeling on that.
Yeah. You know, we're going to let our audience know how they can stay connected with you, Justina. Before I do that, you mentioned the latest book. Talk to us about the newest book.
Oh, Night Moves, Knight Moves. Night Moves is the third work in the Aaron family series. This book has stretched me in that it's more of a mystery thriller, even though I'm a romance writer, but it's more of a mystery thriller. And the audience throughout the pages, throughout each chapter, down to the last chapter, they're going to be wondering who did it. And that's exciting to me as well.
Yeah. Do you find, because you mentioned, of course, being able to bring these characters from the book form to now preparing them for screen, do you go into each book, Justina, with that thought in mind, that what these characters would look like on the screen?
Actually, yes. That's my ultimate goal. I've always wanted to move my works from book to film. However, I do enjoy the process of creating them in that first phase of novels, because you get a chance to spend time with the characters, and you go through postpartum whenever the book is finished as well.
Right.
But it's part of the process.
Right. Well, Justina Wheelock has been our guest. I'm so glad to be in Justina's city here in Baton Rouge, thanks to our friends at Joseph Syndicate. Talking with her not only about this adventure that she's been on, but the wild ride she's been able to share with all of us. Thanks to her online presence. So, Justina, let our viewers know, how can they stay connected with you and kind of keep up with what's next? Lately,
the best place to find me is through my blog, which is Black Coffee and Convo, BlackCoffeeandConvo.com, blackcoffeeandconvo.com. I may have screwed up that spelling, but that's my blog, and from there you can reach me. Also, my website is www.justinawheelock.com.
All right, so she made it very easy for you all. So make sure you all visit the website. We'll make sure that we put the links there on the bottom of the screen there. Justina, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Glad to be in your presence again. It's always great catching up online, but when I knew I was coming here, I reached out to you because I was like, you were in Baton Rouge, right? Right. I'm coming to Baton Rouge. So looking forward to sitting down with you again.
Well, thank you.
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
Same here. And we thank you, our viewers, for tuning in to this episode of Cyrus Webb Presents.